You're listening to Cinematic Adventures, proud member of the Misfit Faction Media Network.
Good morning, Vietnam!
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I feel the need for speed.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Badges? We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
You make me want to be a better man.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
He's looking at you, kid.
I've always depended on the kindness of strangers.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Would you be shocked if I put on something more comfortable?
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cinematic Adventures. If you're listening to us on the go, you can find us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can even tell Alexa, play that funky music, and you'll probably get something that's not us. But if you say, Alexa, play the Cinematic Adventures podcast, hey, there we are. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Paul, and with me in the house, in the studio, it's my basement, is Sean. Sean, how are you today?
I'm doing good, sir. How about you?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Really?
We have not done a brand new movie week of release in quite some time.
That's very true, since Fast 9, or
Cars in Space.
Cars in Space, crap.
No, you're talking about Space Jam and New Legacy crap. But we also are super excited. And I'll tell you exactly why we're super excited once he gets his composure.
Brendan's back?
Brendan's not back because he's always composed. I will give that to him. He was cool as a cucumber and then came with actual notes and questions. Those were the days when we tried doing that. But from the Multiverse Fan Cast, we have with us Ronnie tonight. Ronnie, how are you?
I am doing awesome. How are you guys doing?
We already answered that. Like I said I was good. Sean said he was
Okay,
good.
Sorry for asking how you guys are doing.
We're
I wasn't
good.
in
We're
the studio.
Good, Ron.
Thank
We're
you,
good.
Sean.
We're good.
Gosh.
I know, I had to let him out of the closet door. We keep him locked down here in case we need an extra host. No, but we are super excited because we are talking Ryan Reynolds in the movie Free Guy. And who better to talk about Ryan Reynolds?
Detective Pikachu.
Almost. I will say, if anybody's going to fix video game movies, it might actually be Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
So, as per usual, when we talk about a movie that is brand new to theaters, literally it came out yesterday. We were super excited to have the opportunity to go see it tonight and have Ronnie here, and it has nothing to do with producer Melanie's bachelorette party where all of our significant others are gone and we have nothing else to do. We were going to do Eurotrip, but that's that. We will do Eurotrip, though, at some point. Cough, cough, next week.
Yeah, we will.
But
you guys, what?
Yeah, I mean, you can jump in. You do all the promotion.
Ronnie
stuff.
doesn't know.
No, Ronnie does not know.
I don't know anything.
Neither does Scotty. But anyway, so we are going to do what we typically do for a movie that's come out recently, where we talk some non-spoiler stuff first. We're going to give you guys a quick break and then a spoiler warning. And when we come back, we're going to break down the movie, not plot by plot, but basically the things we liked, the things we didn't like, the things that we don't want to give away. Because this movie had some fun surprises in it.
Yeah.
So before we do that, we do have a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. No, not literally. You can take off the maid outfit, Ronnie.
Oh, man.
Oh, I have the video still going. So sorry.
Good thing there's no audio.
Oh, thank God. I mean, there is. I just don't ever do it.
Well, yeah.
I'm the worst. But we do have something super exciting. For the first time, because our shows are hitting two big milestones, we have Multiverse Fan Cast is hitting its
100th.
Oh, my God. I thought it was
What?
I thought it was 10th.
Close.
There's another zero.
There's another one.
What are the odds? Multiverse Fancast has hit its 100th episode this week, and Cinematic Adventures is hitting its 50th episode in about 2 weeks, I want to say.
Yeah, this will be number 48, and next week will be 49, and then I believe after 49 comes 50.
No, actually, there's 49 and a half.
Gotcha.
Forgot that one.
Yeah. So we wanted to do something a little bit special with you guys. As most of you know, we've been very lucky to have the support of a company called Raise Energy, powered by Rep Sports. And you'll hear our commercials during the podcast, and a lot people have actually said, "Well, you're just doing those because it's a podcast." Please check my Facebook post that I just made; it's hilarious. But literally as we sit here, Ronnie's enjoying a Raise Energy. Yes. I've been doing them for 4 months now? Couple of months, yeah.
Yeah.
Ronnie and I both do the insider package, and we've really enjoyed the product, and we wouldn't try and get the support of a product that we don't believe in. So
exactly,
if you guys didn't believe us, we do have a nice little giveaway for you. So I'm going to go into more detail at the end about how it goes, but basically we have a giveaway package that we got from Raise Energy, and we are going to be giving it to one of our lucky listeners. And there's going to be a whole contest. It's going to be a process, and the winner will be announced in the beginning of September.
Can I win?
You don't like energy drinks.
But can I win?
You can win, but I feel like the listeners would realize that was probably...
It's rigged!
Yeah, that would be a rig. But
I mean, I'm not saying it's rigged. I'm just asking, can I win?
You can. If you,
okay.
You got to enter the... You don't have Instagram. You can't enter it. You have Facebook, so you can enter it. I know, right? But... And if it's
you just make it so much harder for everybody, don't you?
It's so easy. But if the winner's local, we'll actually bring you the care package, the goodies. I don't think we should.
What's
say
your definition of local?
Within an hour drive of where we are. Anybody else, we will ship it out and make sure you guys get it. It's the first giveaway that we're doing, so there might be some hiccups, but we will do our best, and we're really excited to be doing something like that with our network. Our network is growing. If you guys check out our website, themisfitfaction.com, you'll see all sorts of new stuff. Our YouTube channel is growing. Our Instagram, all that stuff is really taking strides forward. In fact, surprise news, literally decided 14 and a half minutes ago.
What?
We did?
Yeah, this is when you guys started drinking. I pitched in. You guys were totally about it.
Ah.
Yeah. Put the Raise Energy down. This doesn't have any alcohol. No. But we are in the midst. Midst? MIDSTs? Yeah, midst.
Anyway, we're in the works.
Okay, that works. All right. We are working on a secret project for the Misfit Faction itself. It's something new. It's something different. It's something that may get us in a little bit of trouble, but it's something that we've talked about off air for quite some time, and we're kind of excited about it. That will be announced in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully by the end of September, maybe.
Hopefully.
Why not? Why not? But
you mean we're going to live podcast from your wedding? That's the announcement?
Why would you even suggest that? Because I'm all about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's all about that bass.
He's all about that.
No trouble. But so that's pretty much it for our housekeeping. Is there anything, Sean? Did I miss anything?
No, it's pretty clean around here, I think.
I still got to paint the walls. It's really
bad.
Yeah,
you just missed one spot.
Paint the deck, paint the walls.
Why do you need to bring that up right now?
You're not doing.
Thank God, producer Melanie does not listen to the podcast, because otherwise,
watch. Yeah. That's the one thing they're like, hey, guys, let's get drunk and listen to these guys talk.
I release this on Monday.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, they're away. They're away. But so we are going to jump into Free Guy now. Typically,
I'm free falling.
So we're also going to find a new co-host because Ronnie's no longer allowed downstairs because Sean's having enough trouble keeping his composure just sitting next to Ronnie. And at least you weren't singing, what was the song from the movie? Sweet, Sweet Fantasy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Mariah Carey.
Just a little sweet, sweet. But initial thoughts going into the movie. Who would like to go first?
Initial thoughts before we actually watched the movie.
Before we saw the movie, like... Because I basically texted you guys this morning saying that I was finished with work at a certain time. Do you want to go see Free Guy?
Yeah.
We knew very little about this movie. So, Sean, initial thoughts?
Well, I mean, I remember seeing the trailer for this movie, I believe...
12 years ago?
Well, yeah, obviously, but I think it was when we went to go see Detective Pikachu. I think the trailer was originally on the Detective Pikachu film. And, I mean, watching it, I'm like, okay, Ryan Reynolds looks like a family-friendly... video game, he plays a character in a video game that gets all these, extra powers. Okay, interesting, fun, That's it. There was nothing else in the trailer that gave you any more light into this movie. So I walked into this movie expecting, just kind of just fun effects and Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds. And I wasn't disappointed.
Ronnie?
Kind of basically what Sean said. Like, there was really nothing we knew about this movie going into it other than the trailers, and the trailers didn't show you anything other than basically, you have this video game character that is trying to figure out what's real, what's not, and that's all we knew. We didn't know anything about the plot, didn't know where it was going or anything. So I was a little nervous because I was like, oh, God, is this going to be another Pixels or Detective Pikachu, you know?
I like both of those movies.
Well, Detective Pikachu, yes. Pixels.
Well, yeah, Detective Pikachu wasn't, like, a terrible movie, but it wasn't, like, fantastic or anything. But it did not turn out that way, which is a good.
Fair. So video game movies in themselves have had a very tumultuous history to say the least. It's only more recent years that the idea isn't so much to adapt a video game, but adapt the world of a video game. Mm-hmm. We had it with Ready Player One, Detective Pikachu to a degree, and now this movie. For me, we knew so little. Like, a general idea was just that Ryan Reynolds plays a background AI character, an NPC, non-player character is the term, and he just becomes sentient. Like he and that's it. That's all I knew. Like, I didn't know anything. Yeah. Unfortunately, leading up, I did see some of the things like Ryan Reynolds' other character in this game or movie, which I won't spoil for anybody who hasn't seen this. But I also forgot Taika Waititi was in it, much less that he was the bad guy.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
But this movie really, it surprised me, and Ryan Reynolds can do very little wrong at this point. He has found his niche. He's found what he's good at, and you know, he wasn't Deadpool, but he still had that comedic charm. And you know what? I'll say it. I'm a happily married man. I have a beautiful wife, but Ryan Reynolds is a good-looking guy.
Oh yeah,
and just full of charm. He's just such a charming, endearing kind of guy. Yeah, and his sense of humor matches that. And also, he's obviously got a lot of good friends because the cameos in this movie are crazy.
Yes, they are.
So, before we talk a little bit more about this movie, I have a list of every single video game movie ever made. Ooh. I'm going to rattle off a few, and whoever wants to jump in with a quick opinion can do so. So that way, if you guys have not seen Free Guy, you get a little bit of discussion first.
It'll just be kind of easy. Trash.
Surprisingly, there are some on here that I really do enjoy. Yeah. All right, starting off with the worst, and the one that we're definitely going to do an episode on at some point, Super Mario Brothers. Sean?
Listen, that movie is straight garbage, but it's still one of those movies that I can watch.
Absolutely.
Any you know, every once in a blue moon, you know.
Ronnie?
I would kind of agree with Sean. Like, it's definitely not a movie that I would put on to watch, but if it was on, I'd be like, all right, yeah, I'll watch it.
All right. Going down the list, Double Dragon. I don't know if you guys. I saw Double Dragon. As a kid, I loved Double Dragon. It was pure martial arts, like cheese. It was like if Three Ninjas were adults.
Three Ninjas. That's a classic.
It's still so bad.
That movie, Three Ninjas.
Oh, absolutely.
Rocky.
Street Fighter. Trash.
Yep.
I love it's so good though. I love it. No. Well, Raul Julia's last film. And he gave it his all.
Yeah. He wanted to do it for his kids. His kids were big Street Fighter fans.
We have Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Great first movie. The second movie is horrific.
Yeah.
Wing Commander.
That's one Freddie Prinze Jr. Right?
Yep. Now, arguably, three, I guess, of the more successful, quote unquote, video game movies. We have Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and The Cradle of Life, and then the Resident Evil franchise. So
yes.
I said three movies, but it's just in order. Those three movies. Lara Croft was a decent movie. I enjoyed the first one. I could not tell you any. I don't remember the second one at all. I just remember Gerard Butler's in it.
But Daniel Craig's in
the first one.
The first one, right? Yeah.
The Resident Evil franchise is one of those franchises that just didn't die.
No.
And still kept making money, which is even stranger. Yeah. I'm not going to list all of these. I'm just going to list like the bigger ones. Doom.
Okay.
It's one with The Rock, right?
Yep.
That was a huge letdown. Everybody was like, I remember when that came out.
Yeah, before like he got big.
Oh yeah.
This was during his transitional period.
This was before his.
A movie that you and I, Sean, I think enjoy, Hitman.
Yeah, that was
with Timothy Olyphant.
Olyphant. I remember seeing the sequel too, which wasn't that great. But the first one was kind of like this, just one of those pleasant. I like it. It's not great, but there was worse things I could spend $12 on.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We got Hitman, Max Payne. I saw it. It was all right. Mm-hmm. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li.
Is that the one with Lana Lang?
With Kristen Krick herself. Krick. Yes. Oh, rough. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. Mm-hmm. It wasn't horrifically bad, but I do understand a little bit.
He says now he would not take that role.
There's the whitewashing type aspect for it. Let's see. Need for Speed. I never saw it.
No.
I didn't see Warcraft.
Need for Speed. Is that with
Aaron Paul?
Aaron Paul, yeah, I saw
that was like his first big role after Breaking Bad. Any thoughts on it since you saw it and none of us did?
They tried to be Fast and Furious, but
now Fast and Furious it tries to be everything.
Well, yeah, but no, it tried to be like the Fast and the Furious, and it just was the slow and the horrific.
Warcraft, which I heard was actually pretty good. It made some money too.
It made all its money overseas. I don't think it made any money here in America.
Assassin's Creed, big letdown. As somebody who's a big Assassin's Creed fan.
I remember when they announced that, and Michael Fassbender, I was like, okay, they're going good on this one. And I remember everybody saying it was just
the new Tomb Raider, the reboot, I enjoyed it.
I liked that movie. I thought Alicia Vikander was great. And
I really like her,
And of course it ends on a freaking cliffhanger, which annoys the crap because it's never going to get a sequel.
I think it's been in production hell since.
Yeah. But I don't think, if they do another one, I don't think she's going to do it. I think they're going to reboot it or something like that.
Rampage with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. That was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's during, unfortunately, like Dwayne Johnson is... I like him, I really do, but he really is in everything, and he won't turn down a project. No. Sometimes it does not always work out. Detective Pikachu, which I was a big fan of. I just rewatched it the other day, and I still really enjoy it. Sonic the Hedgehog, which I have not seen. Idris Elba just got cast as Knuckles.
Yeah, I liked Sonic the Hedgehog.
I did too.
I heard very good things.
Again, it's Jim Carrey actually being Jim Carrey for the first time in a while, which is great. I'm trying to compare it to something else. It's
not a good movie.
It's not great, but it's like watching the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie in a way. It's, that Dudley Do-Right. This stupid humor, but something about it, I was just like, okay, I'm actually laughing at this. It's actually not that bad.
I also respect them for redesigning Sonic.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
That was
that was horrendous.
It was terrifying. The new Mortal Kombat, which I watched. Did we all watch that?
I didn't watch that.
It was really good. Surprisingly good. And they did the Mortal Kombat theme song, so I can't ever knock that. Kombat. Oh, they do it. They don't do the words, but they do the song. Yeah, it's pretty good. But and then last one, animated, because that's on a separate list. Because why not? I just lost it. Where'd it go? Angry Birds. And Angry Birds 2. Yeah. But
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It's not a video game movie. Get out of here. But the reason I brought it up was because video game movies are... They're a losing battle.
Would you consider Pixels a video game movie?
I would. Just the list that I had was not based on anything.
Because it's not really based off of a video game. It's based off of all the video and arcade games.
Yeah, it's basically all the 80s, and 70s and 80s, like Atari and Nintendo.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
UK.
Pac-Man's not the bad guy. But... I find that video game movies are a little bit more successful. There's two ways to make a video game movie successful, in my very humble opinion. I'm not a marketing guy. I don't know. I don't. If I knew what made something successful, our podcast would be killing it right now.
It is.
It's doing well, but it's either you follow the story from the movie or from the video game, like you follow it.
Yeah.
Like that's a very simple thing. A lot of these movies deviate so far from the source that it's like unrecognizable.
They just take the characters and go, let's do our own thing.
Or you put video games in a movie about video games, which is the case of Free Guy.
Yes.
All right, so let's run through the cast. Sean, do you have a cast list for Free Guy?
Do I is a great question, and the answer to that is... At the second, no, but
Ronnie,
I got it.
You have?
I got it.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I got it. Wikipedia failed me there, but IMDb was a quick good. All right, so I'm just gonna go with the main cast. I'm not gonna do any of the voices or the cameos. We'll do that a little later. So obviously, the star of this movie is Ryan Reynolds, as he plays Guy. We have Jodie Comer as Millie, Taika Waititi as Antoine. And skipping over, because we have Joe Keery as Keys.
Yep.
And Lil Rel Howery as Buddy.
Lil Rel, yeah.
Honestly, that's about it.
You got Utkarsh Ambudkar as Mouser.
There you go. I didn't even.
Who is Mouser?
Yeah.
He's Keys' best friend.
He was the guy was with Keys.
Oh yeah.
The one who dressed up as the rabbit.
Yeah, that was funny.
That guy looks so familiar. I want to know what else has he been in. Anyone know?
He was in Pitch Perfect.
That's how I know him.
Wow, I didn't even start going through the list. All right, Ronnie.
I'm just saying, that's how I know him.
Ride Along 2.
Okay, yep.
He was in Mulan.
But his scene was deleted. Tom and Jerry as a voice. Let's see. The Muppets, the TV show.
Okay.
Not much else.
Okay. But yeah.
Big stage actor. A lot of stage stuff. Wow, what an extensive cast list. I was not prepared.
Well, everything else is CGI.
Well, this movie's very interesting because, again, this isn't spoilers. If you've seen a single trailer, you'll know that it takes place in the real world and in this free city, it's called. Mm-hmm. It is a combination of a lot of different video games.
Yes.
Now, I think I can confidently say that I am the most avid gamer in this group.
100%.
Yeah, it's fair. You guys both came over while I was playing Call of Duty. But I've gamed my entire life. I love gaming. My wife and I do spend a lot of time down in our basement. We got a nice big TV with the PlayStation 5 and walls that need to be painted. But yeah, it's bad. It's right where Sean sits for some strange reason. So it doesn't come off. But anyway. So I've spent a lot of time doing gaming and enjoying gaming. I've never been in like the Twitch or the streaming kind of aspect of it. I do have friends that do it. It's a lot of work, and it kind of, for me, the idea of it kind of takes away from the fun of it. I was never a Grand Theft Auto kind of guy, though.
I played. See, I liked Grand Theft Auto when I was younger. I haven't played any of the new versions. Like the last one I played, I think, was San Andreas. So that's like, this is like 2005.
Yeah.
But Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PS2.
Yes.
I was addicted to that game.
Yep.
Addicted to that game.
Yeah.
But I never really, I played San Andreas, but those kind of games, they didn't fulfill me because there was sometimes too much to do. Open world games have a lot to do.
Yeah.
So this movie basically details this character named Guy, played by Ryan Reynolds, who every day lives in monotony. Again, if you've seen the Lego Movie, you've seen a fair aspect of the plot of this movie.
Yeah.
And it's one day where he sees the right girl that he suddenly realizes he's meant for more, or there's more to life.
Yeah.
That's all we'll say about the plot, but let's talk the cast, and we'll kind of break it down.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds is Guy.
Yes.
And I know, like, it's hard to say because Ryan Reynolds has been very good at creating this persona, right?
Yeah.
This public image where, like, if you follow him on Twitter, he's hilarious with his wife. They do great, like, tweet battles.
Yeah.
Him and Hugh Jackman. He does the Mint Mobile where he brought in Rick Moranis, and he's just like, I just wanted to meet you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to say anything about the company. Aviation Gin, like, he did a great thing for Father's Day.
Yeah.
But he's got a very great personality, and it's only in more recent years that he's been able to lean into it. I think even for this, him and Korg.
Yeah.
Like Deadpool and Korg did a trailer review video
teaser
for this.
trailer, whatever.
And it was really funny.
Yes.
Thoughts on Ryan Reynolds as Guy, or the character of Guy? Ronnie.
I think this is probably the best person you could have got for this role. Because like you said earlier, at this point, it's almost like Ryan Reynolds can do no wrong, other than Green Lantern Corps. But I mean,
Green Lantern.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying. I think it was great. The character was great. The character was who you would kind of expect. Like, it almost like if I was in that role, if we were in that same role, like that character, like what would we do, and how would we react when we find out what we find out? And this is hard to not spoil stuff.
Yeah.
With this movie because everything's spoiling. But it was a great character in the movie and great choice with casting.
Sean, Ryan Reynolds, Guy.
Kind of the same as what Ronnie said. I'm trying to think of anyone else who could have played this role, and honestly, the only other person that's coming to mind is like Chris Pratt. Because mainly the first probably 10 minutes of this movie, I'm like, I'm watching a live action Lego movie because it's that same concept of a character who is so used to doing these mundane things his whole life, and then everything is just turned upside down. So it was very similar to that, but I thought Ryan Reynolds was the perfect choice for it. He's just got that that humor about him that he just, you could tell it's like it's fake, but it's it's just not. So I was fine with him as Guy. He was great.
Totally agree. So moving down the list, we have Jodie Comer as Millie / Molotov Girl. Basically, she's there to uncover a secret about this game. And she's the driving force behind Guy finding his sentience. I don't know too much about her, the actress Jodie Comer.
I think this is like her first big movie.
I think she did. Well, she was in she was in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
She plays Rey's mother.
Wow, as a cameo, yeah. Good for her. I mean, but a lot more TV work. Yeah, she's much bigger on TV. Nothing that I really recognize. But I thought she was really good.
It could have been like a more known actress, but I thought it was fine. I mean, I thought she was great. I thought maybe not getting a big name actress in that role worked more. It just gave a little more mystery to the character. Because again, until we talk about the spoilers, like I didn't know where this movie was going to go. So like, I can't really talk about her performance until after the spoiler thing because I don't want to give anything away. So it's could you have gone with like a like a Scarlett Johansson or someone else?
No.
Well, that's 20th century.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing with her character, I feel like the reason they didn't get a big name is because it's not really her.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
So
that's why I think it worked.
Exactly.
I gotta say, I thought they were two separate actresses at the very beginning, and then I realized, oh wow, it's the same. Good Like they do a really good job differentiating. Joe Keery plays Keys in this. I really like Joe Keery. I'm glad he's doing more work outside of Stranger Things.
This is like the only thing he's done outside of Stranger Things.
He did that series of commercials with where the Ferris Bueller ripoffs.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. I really did enjoy him, but I guess the other bigger name is Taika Waititi in this.
Well, Taika Waititi he has become huge in the entertainment world. I mean, obviously he reinvigorated the Thor franchise with with Ragnarok. He wins an Oscar for Jojo Rabbit, which I still haven't seen.
I don't know.
I really want to see.
Yeah.
And he's doing the next Thor. But he's
what we do in the
Flash
shadows
Gordon.
supposedly is fantastic. Flash Gordon, yes. I really hope they do the theme in that too.
He's kind of like I kind of appeal to like a Jordan Peele. He's just this new breath of fresh air in Hollywood.
He's got a very good style to him. He's got a
and he's also funny. I mean, he's a decent
wicked
actor.
Wicked sense of humor.
Yeah, he's always funny in anything he does.
Like even in this movie, even though he is technically the bad guy, he's still.
You liked him?
I didn't like him.
I didn't like. He's not somebody I would ever want to hang out with.
No. I meant you liked. Taika Waititi in this.
His performance was fantastic.
I thought he was great. You didn't know? Okay.
You didn't like it?
I wouldn't say it was great.
It was fun.
To me, it worked for the character because it just made the character more.
I like in my head. I'm going, can this actor be replaced? If this actor can be replaced with someone else, they didn't do like a fantastic job.
Oh, man. With that bombshell that Ronnie just dropped, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to go full spoilers, full breakdown, everything about Free Guy, but first, a quick break. Hey guys, today's episode is brought to you by Raise Energy Drinks. Raise is a proud member of Rep Sports, and if you guys are looking for a little extra kick during your day, whether you need to tackle a workout or you need to get over that afternoon slump, you can always check out Raise Energy, and if you get to checkout and you enter the code CINEMATIC, not only will you be getting a 15% discount, but you'll also be supporting the network. So that's Raise Energy with Rep Sports. Code is CINEMATIC, CINEMATIC. And we are back, and we are so excited. So excited, except for Ronnie, who hated this movie, apparently.
So excited.
I did not say I hated the movie. I said Taika Waititi was not great in the movie.
Okay, so tell me something great about this movie. What's something great about this movie? It's full spoilers. Like, this is your spoiler warning. We are going to talk about our favorite things. So, last chance for you guys to tune out, see the movie, come back. It's the 29-minute mark, so make sure you remember that. All right, so spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Chris Evans is in this movie as Captain America.
You said I was going first.
I panicked. You go.
Oh,
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. No, actually, I actually dug the lightsaber, and then you had the theme song playing too. It's not like you just
Star
had
Wars theme, and you had the Captain
Avengers.
the Avengers theme.
Yeah, like it wasn't just like the shield and then Chris Evans or just the lightsaber and the Hulk arm. It was you had the themes playing, which made it even better.
Is it weird that I was the one who nerded out? Like I was like, that's Mega Man's blaster.
Yeah.
No, nobody. 3 teenage girls and the 2 people that came late to the theater.
Yeah,
nobody.
Right?
Okay.
Actually, there were a lot of different things used from other
video games
and everything.
The
you
portal
had
gun.
You had obviously the lightsaber. You had Fortnite's pickaxes in it.
See, I don't
was
play
one.
Fortnite.
And then you had the gravity gun from Half-Life 2, portal gun like you said from Portal, then Cap's shield, Hulk's fist. The lightsaber, yeah. So
God, we should have Ronnie on the show more often. He came with a whole list of things.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's like he just saw the movie.
It's like he also had the cast list ready to go.
Yeah, right.
Other people.
Hey, listen, Wikipedia failed me.
Yeah, sorry. It's too early for Wikipedia.
So, I gotta say, I really one of the things that was spoiled for me was the character of Dude. I didn't know too much about him. I did know that because he was in the marketing. Yep, he's in Fortnite also. Because that's like the new thing to do. Apparently, in Fortnite they announced that the Emperor was coming back in Star Wars. Like that's
really?
That's where Fortnite is right now. I've never played it. I've seen people play it. It is not for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But this movie definitely has a Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto kind of vibe to it with the Lego Movie thrown in for good measure.
Yeah.
And a little Truman Show. Yeah. So this movie has a surprising amount of heart as well. Like there were moments where we were like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy dies.
No, he doesn't.
But he lives.
He gets deleted.
Yeah.
I do wonder.
They dropped the F-bomb in this movie too.
Yeah. It was a good one.
It was a good one. I was shocked by that because again, seeing the first trailer, I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a family-friendly,
Nope.
video game movie with Ryan Reynolds. No.
So. In the car ride here, I actually said that I would have loved to see this as a rated R movie. More for because unfortunately Grand Theft Auto especially is very well known for some of the more lewd acts that could be performed.
The cars are rocking.
Don't come and knocking. Grand Theft Auto is always I'm not a big fan of Grand Theft Auto, but I do appreciate them pushing the envelope of what video games can and should do. What do you guys think about seeing a rated R version of this movie? Do you think this movie suffered from a PG-13 rating, or do you think an R rating could have even made it better?
I think, box office-wise, PG-13 is the smart way to go because you can have kids go because they dropped the F-bomb. There's nothing really out there
there's nothing objectionable in this movie.
Yeah.
There really isn't. I've always hated the whole argument, PG-13 gets you more money. Not necessarily. Because you might gain it in the kids, but you lose it in like people like us who doesn't matter to us if movies are PG-13.
Yeah.
It would have been a totally different movie for me if it was R. I just think the plot would have been different.
Yeah.
It would have maybe focused more on the video game itself than having the storyline in the real world. Because again, going into this movie, I'm like, where's this movie going? And then it gets to this whole. Oh, you stole our video game idea, with the main character, with
Million Keys.
Million Keys. Keys is working for the guy, and he's trying to be like, I'm just doing my job, We
made something, they bought it. They hired me. Very, I don't want to say sellout, but just the adult of that situation.
Yeah.
Like, this is how life is.
Well, it's because he signed an NDA.
Yeah,
and she's like, he stole it. We gotta figure, and he's
so
like, let it go.
We find out in this movie that the idea was Million Keys were independent game developers, and they created a game which is called a fishbowl game. For those of you guys who don't know, a fishbowl game is where you watch the events unfold. Sims is a very fishbowl game. I played a game called Spore, where you create your own organism from basically cellular to advanced space travel. It's games where you play God almost. They're them.
So it's a Tamagotchi?
Yeah, it is a Tamagotchi. Yes. God. Oh my God. Did you know that Tamagotchi's coming back? They're making a new one? I'm psyched. But it's for R2-D2. Yeah, they're making an R2-D2 Tamagotchi. You got to keep R2 alive.
Oh my God.
The only robot that I would take a bullet for. But
not CP3O?
No, not CP3O. What?
I stumbled through.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you did. Don't worry. They got so lazy calling him C-3PO that they ended up just calling him 3PO for the rest of the movie. Like, how can we nickname C-3PO? Get rid of the C.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, guys! George, did you hear that? The intern really did a good job.
The tall gold guy.
But the one that was in every movie that I really just never cared for. Sean likes C-3PO, I think.
Never had a problem with C-3PO.
Stormtroopers did.
Even when you were able to see his
PO?
Yeah.
It's getting weird. But anyway, so basically, Taika Waititi's character, when he bought their game, he used the code, which is against whatever signing that they did, and used it as a template for this game, Free City. So basically, it gave the NPCs a little bit more character, a little bit more life, and they were able to build the game basically around it. And he hid it in the code.
Yes.
And they find out it's actually in a reflection. They didn't get rid of it completely. So Millie's trying to find proof of that from Channing Tatum.
Yes.
I remember seeing the opening scene, and I think we both looked over. Is that Channing Tatum?
You both leaned over at the same time. I actually noticed him right away. By his voice and everything. And you both leaned over at the same time and went, "Is that Channing Tatum?" And I was like, "Yes." I thought, I don't know, maybe.
The only other Channing Tatum...
Oh my God, you see that too?
Yeah, right?
No, it's Magic Mike, guys. The only other Channing Tatum that cameo that compares to this is This Is the End.
Oh, well, I mean, that's...
When he plays Danny McBride's sex slave.
What about, wasn't he in Kingsman?
Yeah, but he has like an actual role.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
I really like Channing Tatum. He's grown on me. He
doesn't take himself seriously.
Yeah. And he got away from the roles that he got stereotyped into.
Oh, from like Step Up and all those.
I liked him in what is it? Fighting or Fighter or something? I think Fighting, where he plays
I know what you're talking
about. A brawler kind of character. But I do enjoy. He's funny. He is a really funny dude.
Jump Street.
Sean still has not seen 22 Jump Street.
No. You better hurry up before 23 Jump Street comes out.
And please Seth Rogen replaces.
Yeah.
But I really like that was a fun cameo. The cameos alone. So does anybody have a list of cameos?
Yes, sir.
Wow, thank God for Ronnie.
Yeah, really.
If you want to hear more from Ronnie, check out the Multiverse Fan Cast exclusively on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and basically anywhere you listen to podcasts.
All right, let's go. Ronnie,
all right. So we had John Krasinski. He was a voice of, and it says here, voice of player. So I guess you don't know exactly which player. But then you had Dwayne Johnson as bank robber number 2. You had Tina Fey as the vacuuming mom, just the voice, you don't actually see her.
That scene would have been very different R-rated.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, that is my sock.
Yes.
It's a special sock.
Ew.
That was great, though.
Ew.
Which one do I want to...
I'm shocked they went there with that. That was like, okay. That was fun.
After Ronnie finishes the cameos, I'll say my thoughts on that.
Yeah. You had Hugh Jackman as the masked player in Alley. So the one that, not Millie, what's the character's name?
Molotov Girl.
Molotov Girl ends up shooting. And then, finally, oh, dear, may he rest in peace, Alex Trebek. Yeah.
You forgot Chris Evans.
Well, we said it earlier. That's why I didn't bring him up.
Alex Trebek in his last cameo. I remember watching Jeopardy when Alex Trebek was on, and he did mention that Free Guy was mentioned on that show.
Yeah.
Cameos alone, like, fantastic.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds has done a really good job in Hollywood just building relationships with people and getting them to cameo. Like, one of the best is Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2.
Yes.
As the Vanisher.
Yeah.
To the point where we saw, we're like, is that Brad Pitt?
Yep.
What is he even doing? But I really enjoyed the cameos were a lot of fun. Now, going back to the sock thing.
What are your thoughts on the sock, Paul?
This movie does a very good job at poking fun at the gaming culture. And that can be a very fine line to ride. We didn't mention any... We talked about the actor cameos, but there are a lot of streamer cameos.
Yes.
Like
Ninja.
Ninja's the biggest one.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with them, I'll be honest. Like, I don't... I like just playing the video game. I don't need to watch other people play the video game.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I get it, but I don't get it because it's almost like listening to a bunch of guys talk about a movie where they can go see the movie instead. Please don't turn us off. We love you very much.
Well, but we're giving reviews. These people just play the game, and they don't like give reviews, really.
Sometimes. When they do a bad job, they're like, well, this game sucks.
Well, that's because they suck.
Oh, I'm terrible when I play Call of Duty with Melanie. I'm the worst. Like the lag is so. I had to censor myself so bad because I already started having post-traumatic stress right there.
That's funny.
But this movie does a very good job at poking fun at the gaming culture. You know, like the nerd that lives in his mom's basement.
Yep. They even say it because you're 22 years old or something.
You're 22 and you live in your mother's basement. There is no God. Savage. And that was Tina Fey.
Yeah.
But and then like obviously some of the gamers are, but they for this movie I always find it very unrealistic that the entire world is captivated. Ready Player One's very guilty of this.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be like if everybody was playing Grand Theft Auto.
Well, okay. The difference between this and Ready Player One sets up a world where, you know, they've created this literally place for people to escape to. And this game is much different to me because the real world is normal. Like, Ready Player One, the real world was kind of like dystopian in a way.
Yes.
This was like a regular world that just the game was just really popular. But that was the main difference for me on the two.
I mean, I understand it because, for instance, it's not a video game, but look at Pokemon Go.
I love Pokemon Go.
I know you do.
It is a video game.
Not like this.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like,
you play Pokemon Go.
I do. I'm not
downplay.
I'm just saying. Look at how that took over. That was worldwide. You had people from all over. You had millions and millions of people like, oh, what's happening next? What's happening next? So then, like, to see a video game that's got this big reach, like, just like Pokemon Go did, I could see how it's kind of how you draw all the eyes from all over the world on there.
Agreed. I didn't think about that. So well put, Ronnie. I'm really glad you're on the show tonight.
Oh, thanks.
We're going for dinner after this. Ronnie's just along.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah,
that's the key.
I'm here for the drinks and for the.
I have raisin beer
food.
at the house.
Yep.
And we're going for dinner. Ronnie's like, I'll drive.
Am I allowed to come, guys?
I want to come out and play. My wife's not home. But this movie did a really good job at, like I said, balancing different aspects and just appealing to the right audience. Mm-hmm. It's going to make money.
Yes.
It's off to a good start. I think opening box office was about $10 million.
It's $10 million. It knocked Suicide Squad out of the top spot.
Originally, they were thinking that it was only going to do 15 to 18 million in the opening weekend.
Yeah, so right now, as of recording, the movie came out yesterday on Friday the 13th. We definitely should have done a Friday the 13th theme episode or something.
Actually, on the movie Friday the 13th?
I like that movie. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, of course I like the movie.
The original?
The original, yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
There's nothing funnier than the idea of camp counselors, going at it, and suddenly a crazy mom's like, my kid drowned here, and it has nothing to do with you, but I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
That's the movie. Spoilers for Friday the 13th. Really sorry, everyone.
After Friday, it's already made 10.5. So it almost grossed what it was expecting to make over the entire weekend.
And also, not to get dour with this, but COVID has now grown and evolved, and is everybody's talking about the Delta variant, and like even Marvel with Shang-Chi it's up in the air. Apparently Marvel did say that for 45 days after its release, it will only be in theaters.
Yes.
That is an incredible backlash due to the Scarlett Johansson lawsuit, which we here at Cinematic Adventures are in favor of. We do think that she should get the money that she's owed.
Yes.
But there's talk about things closing down again, or at least masks being a thing again. So I so like sad that like this could be like our last movie going experience for quite some time.
Yeah.
But I really hope this movie does well. It looks like it's on the right track for it.
Yep.
So I'm super excited. But favorite little Easter egg or cameo in this movie? What really jumps out at you?
Well, I'm gonna say it, but I know it's gonna be at least your go-to. To me, it's the Captain America, Chris Evans, cameo, and then the lightsaber. Just that whole
the fact they got the music for the Avengers too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
was huge.
again, we were actually discussing this in the car on the way back from the theater. When did the Fox Disney merger go into effect? And it went into effect back in March of 2019.
The movie was in production at that time.
It was in production, so I don't know if in the original script they had that in the script, and they were going to have to pay hefty money to get the licensing for that.
Because I can't even think of another movie that's outside of the Marvel logo. Even Deadpool, which was technically in Marvel, never hear any references to Marvel in a lot. Like everyone, I think the biggest one, or at least the most memorable one for me, is in the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah.
Password: Iron Man sucks.
Yep.
That was a big thing. Marvel, just getting any sort of royalties. I thought when that scene happens, that he was just gonna have a shield, and it would get cut back to it. It'd be like a plain shield with the blue shirt on it.
Yeah.
Like something like that. But the fact that they not only did it with the music, with Chris Evans going, "What the shit." That was great. Ronnie?
I'm trying to think of something that, other than that, because obviously I feel like that's going to be everyone's, favorite. I don't think it's more of an Easter egg, was the Deadpool poster. In the background of the guy that plays the Channing Tatum character in the game and everything. I thought that was a kind of like a cool little thing to have in the back, especially after the teaser trailer thing with Deadpool and Korg. That was a nice little add-in right there too.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was a fun thing for me. This movie. So I played a game years ago. I'm sure, Sean, you remember when I was playing this game with Matt, our friend Matt Hanley. Sorry, guys. Called City of Heroes. City of Heroes was something called an MMORPG, a massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
Yeah.
Say that 10 times fast.
I had trouble once. But anyway, where basically you create a character and you throw them into a world like this, but in that case it was a game of superheroes. Very big. World of Warcraft is obviously the most well-known of them, but I really... just watching that, watching this movie, it put me back in this place. And that's what movies should do. They should take you out of the world that you're currently in, especially nowadays where everything's kind of dour and depressing, and just this movie, Guy is so hopeful and optimistic.
Yeah.
And in the end, he gets his utopia. He gets his paradise.
Even though he goes through Groundhog Day.
He does go through Groundhog. See, that's something I didn't expect. Because again, we didn't know anything about this movie going in. Like Sean said it, he was like, we had zero inclination about the plot. To see him have to level up was very entertaining.
Yes.
And it showed his character. The fact that an artificial life had so much heart and just so much optimism, and then you get it with a character like Buddy.
I think Paul's falling in love with AI now.
It's just Ryan Reynolds. It's just he's just so charming. But I really like this movie. The more I'm watching it, talking about it, the more I want to see it again.
Yeah, I would love to go back to see even more Easter eggs. See what else there is. There's another one that I'm surprised you didn't say, being a nice little Xbox gamer that you are, was the tank from Halo.
Yes, I did see the tank from Halo. Favorite scene before we do our Star City rating?
Favorite scene.
I can go first if you guys.
You can go first. Yeah.
The scene where he tries to order a cappuccino.
Oh yes, with the tank in the background.
The tank in the background just slowly facing him. That was by far one of my favorite scenes. That, and also when he's lying on the ground, he's like, "Officer Johnny!"
Hey. Yep.
Those two scenes probably made me laugh the hardest. But the scene where he tries to order a cappuccino and every and the cop goes, "You looking to get shot today?"
Yeah.
Just the whole scene was just funny and just how it should have gone.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes was in the bank where he was trying to get Buddy to put the glasses on, and the bank robber's there or whatever, and he shoots him. He goes, "He's just sleeping." They're like, you see the big hole, and they come and they're like, "No, he's just sleeping." Yeah, no,
so sleeping.
So cutting back and forth between the two little girls that are playing the game.
Yeah, right.
What the hell?
That and
waste this fool.
I like the also the scene with the hands up guy trying to put his arms down.
That's good.
How'd he get all them there? Is a better question. It's a big city. Shawnee?
I love the second cameo of Channing Tatum when they go to him to get the game, the clip of the game that they needed, and it's just cutting back between Channing Tatum and the guy who is Channing Tatum.
Yes.
And of course, we have the mother vacuuming in the background. It's like, Mom, do you have to vacuum right now? You live under my roof. I'll vacuum when I want. And then, of course, we have the sock thing, which, I mean, just, again, the fact that they went there, I give them props. I thought that was hysterical.
Yep. Yeah,
but that was probably the scene that I laughed at. Also, at the beginning of that scene where he's, like, Ryan Reynolds is on the hood of the car, and he's, like, you know, like...
he squeaks down it.
I was like, what?
Is this intimidating?
There were many good moments in this movie. Highly recommend this movie to anyone who just wants to go have a fun time watching a movie. Very, very good.
I agree.
So, Sean, what would you give it as a Star City rating?
Star City rating, I would go 3.5. I thought it exceeded expectations. Again, there weren't many expectations, so the fact that it exceeded those is not hard, but it was very much like Detective Pikachu. I walked into that movie going like, okay, I'm going to laugh a little. It's Ryan Reynolds, ha ha ha. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't just Ryan Reynolds. I liked the story. I liked the other people in the movie. I liked the characters. So it just all around was a lot of fun.
Ronnie?
I'm going to agree with the 3.5. Part of me, honestly, in my heart is saying go with a 4. But I'm going to go...
gone 4. I could. Yeah. You can go 4. Right?
But I'm going to go 3.5. My only gripes with this movie is Taika Waititi. Again, it wasn't that he was terrible. He could have easily been replaced with somebody not big or anyone else. Another thing I had was Lil Rel tried way too hard to be Kevin Hart.
I can see that. Yeah, he's very...
Yeah, I was like... At times I was like, this is Kevin Hart we're watching. This is not Lil Rel. Not saying it's a bad thing, because I love Kevin Hart, so if you're trying to be him, that's a smart move. But I just think at times it was just way too much of Kevin Hart.
I can agree with that. So I'm with you, Ronnie. I'm kind of teetering between a 3.5 and a 4. It's been a long time since a movie has come out that we had no clue where this was going. Mm-hmm. What's the last movie we Fast 9. We knew they were going to space. We also knew that family is everything. Yeah. And we knew that Dom was going to win. And we knew that John Cena was going to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad's another good example where we knew kind of the general idea, but we didn't know who was going to die, like that opening scene is rough if you haven't seen it. But it's been a long time since I've gone into a movie not knowing so much about it and just enjoyed the ride. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go see it again with producer Melanie because I know she wants to see it, and I do want to see if I see it again, will my rating change, knowing where it goes. Mm-hmm. There are some plot holes in it. There's some things that, like, they make it a point to say that Ryan, like, you know, she's like, Ryan Reynolds' character, guy kissed me. Well, he can't do that. There's no command for that. But then she's able to do it.
Yeah.
That's what brought up for me the rated R aspect, because in all honesty, like Grand Theft Auto, even like I played Fable. I'm a big Fable fan. Really excited for the new one. But in that game, you can, have intercourse with your significant other in that.
Yeah.
So, like, that's not a new thing to gaming, but the fact that they didn't even address it was like, oh, okay. But then they made a point to say, well, he shouldn't be able to kiss you.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this movie had heart. It had a lot of just good energy the whole time. It's Ryan Reynolds at peak Ryan Reynolds. Like, this is the Ryan Reynolds that he's just... like, he's at his best. Yeah. So for me, I'm going to give it a 3.5 for now. I think upon second viewing, I might end up giving it a 4.
Yeah.
Because there's not, like, this is a movie that I can definitely, like, throw on and have it playing in the background or watch it actively. I might even get it when it comes out. It's a good time. I really enjoyed it.
Sean Levy actually did a good job for once directing.
Easy.
You want me to go through the list?
All right, go through the list. Go through Sean Levy's.
At the museum. He did good. He did a lot of the Stranger
What about the
Things
second
episodes. I actually never saw the second.
Second one's all right. The first one's still the best.
Sean Levy is a family, movie director.
How about
Cheaper by the Dozen? He did,
How many? Doesn't he have an Academy Award nomination?
No.
Sean Levy?
Sean Levy?
Oh, he's a producer on Arrival.
How about the Pink Panther?
Easy, Sean. Easy.
I mean,
Cheaper by the Dozen?
I like Cheaper by the Dozen.
And Cheaper by the Dozen too.
I like Cheaper by the Dozen too.
Interesting.
You came to the wrong podcast, son.
I just don't. I trust me. They're.
I like how Ronnie came in with so much confidence.
Because this is the thing. Do I like those movies? Yeah, but are they good movies? No.
Well, I've never said Sean Levy is God's gift to Hollywood as a director. He knows the type of movies he does.
Yeah.
And he's stuck to those types of movies, like family-friendly films.
He was a producer on Fist Fight.
He directed a bunch of the episodes. I can't remember. I think in season 2 of Stranger Things, he did a good job with those. He's got a lot of upcoming stuff that he's doing.
Oh my God, he was a director of 5 episodes of Animorphs.
Secret World of Alex Mack,
Famous Chet Jackson.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of movies. That's why I said he probably did a good movie.
Chet Jackson the movie.
Chet Jackson.
Oh wow, deep cut, because that movie. Did you saw Chet Jackson the movie, right?
A long time ago.
Did you see it?
I don't know. To be honest.
So for those, this is still in the vein of what we're talking about, but Jet Jackson was a show on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Played Lee Thompson Young.
Yeah.
He played an actor who was filming a show called Silverstone, and in the movie, him and his character switch places.
Yeah.
What a this really interesting considering where we are now with this movie.
Yeah.
But Sean's gonna like this. He directed an episode of Birds of Prey.
Nice.
Yeah.
He did the Real Steel, the movie with Hugh Jackman, and Date Night.
Yeah, I like. Oh, he does some acting
Big
too.
Fat Liar.
I like Big Fat
21
Liar.
Jump Street. He was an actor
in the TV show.
The TV show.
Wow. What some deep cuts on this guy.
Yeah.
Good for him. But that's gonna wrap us up, I think, on Free Guy. Unless anybody else has some additional thoughts.
Not I.
Not Ronnie. I mean, it's not
Not
his show
Ronnie.
anyway, because he's just a guest. But no, he came super prepared. We're really excited. Ronnie, if listeners wanted to hear more from you, like where would they go?
To the Multiverse Fan Cast.
Thank God you didn't say OnlyFans.
No, that's on our project coming up.
That's not our project coming up.
But no, you can check me out on the Multiverse Fan Cast, where me and Paul and Rob like to dabble in some superhero comic book stuff. So make sure you take a listen.
Even though Sean and I broke the comic book rule for this podcast last week. Rocketeer was a comic book movie, son. We brought it up in our 100th episode for the Multiverse Fan Cast. Yep, I was very adamant that it was included in the discussion.
Yes, you're welcome.
But so really quick, before we end the episode, we are going to tell you guys about our giveaway. So our giveaway is going to be very simple. Basically, Ray sent us a giveaway package, and it includes 4 packets of their energy drink, a koozie, wristband, t-shirt, and a drawstring bag to put it all in. And what we're going to do is, on our Instagram and on our Facebook, you're going to see a post about it. We will make sure that everybody sees it. It will be a post that's up for weeks. And all you have to do to be entered is, first you have to like the post. Liking the post gives you 1 entry into our contest. If you tag 2 people on that post, you get another entry.
I was trying to tag you.
Yeah, Sean don't tag Sean. Why you actually punched him? Oh my God. But you tag 2 people, you get another entry.
Tagger it?
Yes, that is exactly what it is. If those 2 people like our pages, you get another entry. And to get a bonus entry, if they like if they subscribe to any of our podcasts on any of our platforms, you get another entry. And then it goes down the list. So basically, it's just to get the word out, and we're going to keep we'll have a set date for when it ends. Probably by September 1st, we'll pick our winner. But look out for that in the next couple of days. It will be on both the Misfit Faction page. So if you don't like the Misfit Faction page on Instagram, on Instagram or Facebook, make sure you do that. We will share it on the podcast pages as well. And our secret project is actually going to be in the works tonight after dinner. So we will. What? Yeah, I took both you guys' car keys, so you're stuck here. Dang it! Not again.
Is that why your hand was in my pocket?
I was about to say.
I thought you were trying to get my Glock.
Well, for the first 4 minutes, it was just about your keys. The 17 minutes that followed, they were about something else.
My 9mm.
Savage.
That was also from Free Guy, too.
Self-burn. Those are rare. But that's going to wrap us up for tonight, mostly because we're hungry. As always.
Food.
As always, I'm Paul.
And I'm hungry.
That's actually Sean. Just so you guys.
Okay, I'm Sean, but I'm also hungry.
Hungry Sean. And from the Multiverse Fan Cast?
Adjective.
Noun. Insert catchphrase
here.
Love it.
Ronnie.
I forgot what we were talking about for a second. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next week, and we will be announcing our next episode on Wednesday.
Have a good one.
See ya.